Oh.
Welcome everyone to Monday Night Raw.
That peaked all of our volume.
I leaned away.
All right, let me turn this one down a little.
Monday Night Railed, dude.
Monday Night Raw. Remember when Vince was the announcer?
Yeah,
What a maneuver!
that's gotta be Kane. That's my Vince McMahon impression.
That's a good one.
That's gotta be Kane, right?
Oh, hey guys.
Mine is, don't clean that off yet.
All right, now leave it.
Very nice.
All right,
Yeah.
it's Derailed.
Hey guys.
You guys probably need to put together like a music bed for when we talk about wrestling too.
Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We work it in quite a bit.
I work it in quite a bit.
Yeah.
And you guys are very nice about it, and I appreciate you. Just wanted you
Yeah.
boys to know whatever happens in this episode.
Hey, it's Derailed. Welcome to my podcast. I'm Eric.
Eric Pettigill, the only one host.
It's me.
I'll host.
I'm the only one even here today.
Yeah.
I had to have my friends phone in.
Yeah. Hey guys.
Happy to be here.
Welcome. Yeah, I was.
Is that, you was happy?
I was happy.
So-
I am happy. I was just
Funny
joking.
thing happened last night, Brad. I don't know if you know about this, but we went home and Braylon and I, my son, we
Shout
try
outs.
to we go to watch Saturday night's main event when we get home. And we're watching it after the fact on YouTube TV, where we set up a recording.
I might have been.
Were you privy to that convo?
I might have been
Brad-
there for.
Brad was hanging out with me
Part of
while all
that.
this
Dude.
happened.
So we turn it on and it's just the Spanish broadcast.
Perfect.
And we're like, sometimes on wrestling they'll like throw it over to the Spanish announce table
Yeah.
for a minute or
Yeah.
two, and they're talking in Spanish, and then they kick it back over to English
Right.
because it's America, and we should only speak one language here.
Yeah.
That's
American.
I'm pretty sure that's written in somewhere.
Yeah.
A very broken form of English
Yeah.
as well.
Pretty sure that's part of the rule book.
Yeah, it's in there.
Yeah.
You're gonna live here. You're gonna talk like me.
Yeah, part of free speech is you can only talk a certain way.
Right.
So about 5 minutes in, we're like, they're not kicking it back over to the Americans.
Been going on for quite a while.
What the hell's going
Yeah.
on? And this is just YouTube TV. I set up a record for every main event, and when the one was on a few weeks ago, it recorded, everything was fine. We watched it.
Oh, much like TiVo is what you're doing.
It's from what I understand, it's very similar.
Okay.
So I call Nick. I'm like, hey bud, did you have like an issue where it was just Spanish when you were watching?
So we had my son Jack's birthday party at my mom's last night. At our mom's last night.
Yeah, I was there,
And,
I also am her son.
I was
got,
there too.
We got home about 10 minutes after the show had started,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a live thing. So we turned it on, and
But you watched it on the cock.
I watched it on the Peacock. I streamed it on the cock.
Yep.
And didn't notice any trouble, obviously. 'Cause
Side note, that's a stolen bit. Levitard show. They're on Peacock now. And
Are they really?
Yeah, and they
Awesome.
call it the cock. So-
Okay, well, they stole it from McAfee because he straight up calls it that when he's on commentary.
Okay.
Live on the cock! I think they
All
yelled
right.
at him about that because he
All
doesn't
right.
do it anymore.
Anyhow, we gotta acknowledge stolen bits.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we stole it from Levitard.
Yeah.
Who probably stole it from McAfee.
Most likely.
Yeah.
So you guys are watching it on the cock.
Yeah.
And it's
Fine.
everything's fine.
Yep.
English.
Yep.
So Braylon, we're trying. I'm going through the settings. Like, dude, did we accidentally? And I'm trying. I go into Peacock, and it had ended, and the replay wasn't available yet. And we're just like, dude, we just have to watch this whole thing in Spanish. And it takes us like 20 minutes for me to finally just Google, hey, I wonder if anybody else had this issue where it recorded the Spanish version instead. And then what I find out is, oops, WWE messed up
Oh.
in the production truck and sent out on NBC for the first 10 minutes of the program just the Spanish broadcast.
That's dope.
Meanwhile, though.
So I'm fiddle effing around with my remote
Yeah.
for 20 minutes.
Effing stands for farting.
Yeah.
And you called me like I was gonna be able to help you, dude. I'm sitting there watching this show, going, it's in English, dude. I don't need. He's like, and I remember saying to you, I was like, But I promise you that WWE did not randomly decide to exclusively broadcast this heavily promoted show only in Spanish.
Right.
I promise you that's not what happened.
So, for clarification, I did not call you for help, like a troubleshooting call. It was a call.
You called me like a grandmother, like, honey, my internet doesn't work.
I called you to see if that also happened to you when you went to watch it. That's all. And then you go, anyhow, I can't help you with your Spanish problem, and hung up on me like an asshole.
Well, dude, I mean, we were talking for like 5 minutes. I'm trying to watch Jacob Fatu do his thing, talking about, let me break you off something real quick. Let me beat your ass. But then I got Pedigo on the phone and then we go to Peacock, and that's in Spanish too. I'm like, well, dude, I can't
talk like that.
I can't help you.
Talk like
You're
that.
right. You're like, I don't
deep.
know what the issue is.
I project better. That was all in your throat.
Yeah, he was like, well, I've been on the Peacock.
You're being too judgmental about my
well, you're very good at impressions.
Thank you. Okay, well, that brought me back.
When you do mine, it needs to be better.
When you do mine, it needs to be better.
That's much better than the first two.
Much better than the first two.
Not as jarringly wrong as the other ones,
Yeah, and it's just like, you're like, oh, it's Spanish on Peacock too, and I was like, okay, well then, my part of this conversation is over. Then
I can't.
You guys fucking set your TV to Spanish or something somehow.
This is a general TV setting.
This is a sitcom, and I'm just gonna watch the show now. Yeah, and I hung up, and I'm sorry, but I was very annoyed. I just wanted to watch the show.
Me and Brad are just like, what the hell's going on? Why is Nick hanging up on me?
What is Nick hate us?
Yeah, but then it straightened out and we were good.
I wonder if they have fixed that on the replay.
Ooh, I don't know.
Because, if after the live event, they wait several hours and then upload it as just something you can watch on demand.
Right.
I wonder if they fixed it or if there's like, nah, fuck it.
If that's permanent.
Yeah.
I'd be worried with your DVRing of the YouTube TV version. I would have been super scared that it's a recording that you can't access any other language to.
Right.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Maybe. So, anyhow, if Vince would have been there, he would have been flipping out.
Somebody would have gotten fired. Somebody still might get fired, but they definitely would have gotten fired if Vince was there, and then he would have done some horrific sex crime.
Yeah, you can't do that on NBC.
However, did you know that the case was dropped, like, a couple weeks ago? Who left their fucking phone on,
Jesus,
dude?
that is day one.
This is all impressive. I would just like to clarify, I went through and silenced this thing.
Yeah.
Turns out not my media.
Not the media,
volume.
yeah, dummy,
Yep.
Unprofessional.
Whatever, hit me with a button. I don't give a shit, dude.
Well, I don't have my soundboard pulled up because I'm a dummy.
Eric Pedigo, now you do something bad, so everything's... Thank you.
That was bad,
That was
brother.
the wrong one to hit.
You're a bad
And now
bitch.
we're all in the pool of shame, so everything's fine.
This one. Okay, here we go. Yeah.
Wait, you guys haven't heard? It's the Very Real Fantasy Football Show!
Crazy.
That song rips.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's absolutely crazy. I love it.
Yeah, several weeks ago, the case was dropped, the chase. And he released a statement like, I'm happy to get back to my life and put all of this behind me, pal. Anyway, that didn't make much news, but...
Just stay gone.
Yeah, don't come back.
All right. This is a lot of wrestling talk.
Yeah. How'd you guys feel about... All right.
I do want to acknowledge something. Speaking of wrestling, go ahead and do it with the fingers. The acknowledge. So last week, we dedicated like 30 minutes of our show to the TikTok ban. And then, as it turns out,
a couple hours later, it was
that
fine.
was like more time than it was banned.
Oh, God.
I got home, and just for S's and G's, while I was preparing lunch, I just clicked on my TikTok icon, and guess what happened? It just came on, and I'm watching videos, and I'm like, what? And then the thing pops up, and it's like, thank you, President Trump, for saving TikTok.
Thank you so much, our savior, Donald J. Trump.
And then... And then it went straight to Rogan and Gillis clips for me.
They were like, welcome back, Eric. We know what you want.
So
That's solid.
That was pretty funny. But you guys both had things that I think we tie into this, which is a logical Who said somebody wanted to talk about creators that do wrong things for clickbait?
I did. And it's a trend I've noticed for a long time now. This has been just a common thing. Because, you know, you get on the internet, if you say anything wrong, somebody's going to correct you. Humans are far more likely to correct somebody.
Yeah, you just said something wrong like a stupid ass.
Right, than they are to help somebody.
Turn my laptop up a bit.
And this is yeah, do it right, Eric Pedigo.
Yep, that was my fault.
Fuck. There we go.
All right, now do it again.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
loud. Maxed out.
Right.
So I've noticed creators will intentionally leave something wrong in a video or purposefully put something wrong in a video, either chalantly or
Yeah.
non.
Okay, yeah. Okay, because at first I was like, that's not a word.
Right.
And then I'm like, yeah, it is.
You made
Yeah,
it.
chalant is definitely
Yeah.
a word.
Yeah.
So
If you could
oof both of yourselves just for that.
Nope, I didn't.
I did nothing.
No.
No, but you guys thought the thought and felt the feeling, right?
I just reacted
Hold
to
on.
in
the
your
joke.
heart. No, let me tell the story.
That
So
should be a
then-
different button.
like a fart.
I didn't misspeak. I just said something that was
that you
wrong.
thought- yeah.
We'll
But I
do-
wasn't like,
Sure, I
we'll-
can agree
right.
with that.
We'll do this one then, since you're trying to be the hero.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
That makes
I
the
like
most
it.
sense. I think it's a
Yeah, I
logical
like it.
leap.
It sounded very breathy. But, you know, yeah.
Turn it up.
They'll just say
No.
some.
Down a little bit. It's fucking loud now. Sorry.
They
I did that
will.
on purpose. Sorry, Brad.
I think the one I notice most commonly
You
is
were
they'll
saying?
pronounce something wrong. The creators on the internet that leave something wrong on their videos on purpose, in and on purpose. Thank you. You pronounce something wrong, and it'll just be the most random thing that they're confident most other people in the world know actually how to say. So it'd be
Right.
something like, and then I took a plane trip over to Africa and had a
Right.
really good time. So you can elicit 1,000 comments.
You get
in
so
your
much
comment
engagement
section.
just by people
Right.
thinking you're dumb.
Yeah.
That's so smart.
There are several pages on Facebook that I've noticed recently, like, I don't know if E-Bombs World did it, but Ranker has done it. Sites like that have like top 10 lists. They've been repeatedly uploading this thing, and it's a picture of Dustin Diamond, and it's like
Screech.
while not, shitting on his former castmates, he's living a life of degeneracy and he's lost all his money. And then fucking thousands of people get on there and go, this
He's
is fucked up.
dead.
He died.
Yeah,
And the
that's
first
what I
time I
thought.
saw it, I was like, oh, this is fucked up. He died. And then I was like, oh, they're doing that so that I go, this is fucked up. He died.
100%.
And that's an engagement. And that's that's money, dude.
Smart.
That's clicks.
Yeah.
I want to maybe try to do that
It's-
with this
It's
somehow.
a smart marketing thing. I think it is.
Smarketing.
I think it is bad for humanity.
Yeah.
because
it's morally shitty.
it is
Yeah.
when somebody who is unaware of
Still wanna
these
try it.
differences. Sure, it'll bring us money, and I want some of that.
Right.
But when somebody
I want some of
when
that.
somebody watches it that doesn't know these differences, that person is now dumber because of that. If that's something that sticks, it was the first time they heard the word Africa, and they think it's Africa now, just
Right.
because that's something in context clues of what they heard on the internet.
Those people are dumb and can't be saved
Yeah,
anyway.
children is what I'm thinking of most of the time. Not that it's our responsibility to save the kids. So my argument kind of ends there. But
Okay.
I do think it's silly. I think
Kids
it's
are
just
dumb.
an observation. It's bad for humanity, but there's nothing I can do to change it. So
That's such a smart move, though.
It really is.
To know that clicks equal money.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so be wrong and make
yeah.
people angry.
Right.
yeah, and it follows the same like lines of being, and it's what the media does now. They put out this super divisive, controversial stuff
Yes.
because they know that people are going to jump on there and
Exactly.
and argue with them about it.
Right.
Far more likely to garner interaction from polarization
Right.
or coming from a negative place in people in general.
Yeah.
Like people would rather argue than help in just a general sense.
Oh, absolutely.
You know?
I guarantee there are people that, like, their friend had a baby and they don't heart react it, but then they see something like that and they're like,
Exactly.
here's my
Here
chance
I
to be
go.
right
Exactly.
about something today.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
You're standing in a room full of people and you go, "Hey, can anybody help me spell this word?"
Right.
And 3 people step up.
You'll
But
get
you're
some
in a
fucking
room
help,
full
for
of
sure.
people and you spell a word wrong and show it to everybody. You're gonna get 80 fucking people that go, "You're stupid. This is how it should be spelled."
Yeah, and
It's about giving-
50% of those people are going to have it wrong,
Right.
Because if
Oh,
the
I
word
love
is
it.
there, no one knows.
Absolutely not.
So you are so right about that. But I will say that on the talk, I have noticed that people will post videos of dogs doing something cute, and it'll have like 4.6 million likes. And
Yep.
I'm like, you know what?
That's something we can all
100%.
agree on.
There is
dogs
hope
are cute.
There
in the
is.
world.
Absolutely.
Where somebody will post something controversial, and it'll have like 500 thou.
Yeah.
But a cute dog,
Right.
6.1.
Or a cute
That is
kid,
true.
dude.
I think
Kids
the dogs get it
cussing?
more.
Kids cussing.
Dude, kids
For
cussing.
I love when.
Have you seen the one? I saw it very recently. It's a little girl, and she's like very clearly like super tired after school. And she's kind of staring off in the distance. And her mom's like, "What did you learn about at school today?" And she goes, "Martin Luther King Jr." And she goes, "And what did he do?" She goes, "He died for our sins." Anyway.
Martha Luker. King
Yeah, that's what
Jr.
she says. Anyway, that has like a billion likes because
Yeah.
it's the fucking most adorable
Yeah.
thing.
He died for our
he
sins.
died
He
for our
died
sins.
for our sins.
You saw
Is
that?
She says it.
You saw that on the TikTok?
No,
I was going to
No,
say,
I
is
saw that
that
on-
what ruined TikTok for you?
I saw that
Because-
on Facebook Reels because I ruined TikTok for myself. When it was banned for 12 hours, as soon as Brethany, shout outs, sent me a text like, "Hey, it's done. Like, you can't." I was very emotional, and I made an emotional decision, and I deleted TikTok off my phone. I was like, well, I might as well free up some space.
Oh,
And
sweetie.
this has happened to so many people, by the
Yeah.
way.
Oh, you can't get it.
re-download it, dude. Look, I go to the App Store and I type in TikTok, and it says, "Looking for TikTok? Downloads for this app are paused due to current U.S. legal requirements."
Yes.
Yeah, pal.
Which means I can't have it. Which means that now I am subjected to watching reels on Facebook or shorts on YouTube, and it's not the same. It's not as good. Here's what it is. TikTok was cigarettes, and I fucking loved smoking. But I accidentally quit, and now I'm fucking around with Nicorette gum. And it's fine. It scratches the itch, but I'm still walking around all pissed off all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Very nice.
I did read that you can't download
You can't.
TikTok.
Yeah.
It happened to Brethany's sister, too. Brett, shout outs. I don't even know if you listen.
She doesn't. You like
Dude, like,
you
really.
did make an emotional decision.
I did. I was like,
in the
it's
moment,
over. Fuck it.
Yeah.
with no faith that they were going to strike some sort of agreement and it would be back in your
Yeah.
life.
No faith at all.
At the midnight hour, dude.
Right.
You know, it's
But
just.
at the very least, I thought, well, if it comes back, I'll just re-download it.
No.
I didn't realize it was going to come back fucking 6 hours later, and
No,
that
there's
I
a-
wouldn't be able to.
There's I don't know, I guess I'd call them motherfuckers. There's motherfuckers
Yeah.
selling phones and shit like on eBay.
Yeah.
With TikTok
Yeah, I heard
pre-installed
about that.
for
Yeah.
a lot of money.
Yeah.
I don't know if they've sold.
And they're posting like, I know what I got. You know what I mean? Anyway,
You want to pay $5,000 for
$5,000.
TikTok?
Yeah.
I would never. I
Absolutely.
mean, for one,
Absolutely
I
not.
still have it, and so I watch it every day.
So you don't have to.
Yeah, but I would also never.
Yeah.
It's
There-
not the type of thing you pay for.
No,
They're shilling so many things to you in so many ways. So that's why it's free.
there are no apps like leisurely apps that I would pay for.
Same.
No.
I've got a few like through work, something that tracks my mileage and stuff that I have to pay for, but no just
Yeah.
let me scroll through and waste my life away.
I
apps.
honestly don't even care how much money it was either. Like if Facebook was like, hey, $1 a month, I'd be like, well, fuck you guys.
Tracking
yeah,
your
you
mileage
got it.
for
Yeah.
taxes
Yeah,
and
yeah.
shit, man.
You got it.
Because you are a business owner.
Actually,
It makes sense.
if Facebook was $1,
No.
I would do that too because I use it to advertise.
Well, yeah,
Right,
you
and
use
I
it
would
for your
write that
business.
off. Marketing,
I use
yeah.
it to fucking, I don't know, look
I get
at
that.
memories.
There are paid apps that I also use for work. We have ones. It's not going to say the name of it because I fucking hate it. But
Nice. Hell yeah.
but it's our dispatching and everything on a company of 100 people. It's allows us to book calls and here's all your information.
Do you have to pay
No,
to be
I
a
don't.
part of
have-
it? Okay, that's
God
good.
no.
I'd be like,
What?
wow, you're-
no. I can't be like,
sucks.
hey, let me work here, and they're like, you're hired, but
Yeah.
you got to pay $4.99 a
Right,
month to
yeah.
use this app.
Yeah.
No, they're like, we pay X amount of dollars a year to this company and
That's
all of
good.
our tablets. It's not my fucking.
what does this app do?
It's not your fucking.
It's not my fucking. And it's called Service Titan. This isn't an advertisement for it, but it's like a booking
Well, good,
and
'cause you said you hate
dispatching.
it.
Right, yeah.
It's fine. It's actually not that bad, guys.
Right, yeah.
Way
the worst
way to walk
ever.
that.
It gives you plenty of tools to use. It's how it's utilized. It's just another thing. Anyways,
Can you imagine if like
It's-
Pepsi was like Pepsi? I mean, it's not terrible, really. I mean, realistically.
it's an app that I log
Far
into
too sweet.
on behalf of my company This app knows it's me as
Oh.
compared to another plumber, and we all have our own logins and everything like
Nice.
that. And our
button.
dispatcher uses the same app, and somebody calls and they say, "Hey, I want some shit done." And the dispatcher goes, "I got a guy for you," and they say, "Yep, send him." So then she types in all this shit into the app, and all that shit is then shown to me.
Buzzing.
Right. And then I can click a button that says, "I'm on my way," and it'll send a text to those people with a picture of me.
Oh my God, that's awesome!
Right?
Are you making that face? Because that's
Yeah,
terrifying.
pointing
I'm going-
to yourself.
You get, it said, Brad is on the way, and you're like,
I'm going to harm you, is what my face says.
I'm on my way to fix your sink and fuck you up.
Right.
I spit on you when I said
Did
that.
you? I
I,
didn't
I
feel
saw
it.
it fly
He's a
I didn't
plumber,
feel
dude.
it,
He's
so.
used to
getting wet.
random liquids landing on his face.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I am.
What? You
Hell
don't
yeah.
have a squirt button?
Medivian.
Come on. Who's producing this? And there we go.
Splat.
So it covers all
On
that
your
shit.
face.
I can, the address of the place I'm going is already there. I hit a button that says get directions, and it loads up the GPS, sends me right to it. It makes everything easy.
Okay.
So we like that app or we don't?
We
It
hate
sounds
it.
great,
Yeah.
honestly.
It is.
Yeah.
When it's used correctly, it's very, very
But
well done.
When it's used for nefarious reasons. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. You have to use it for good, because
Right.
if you use it for evil, then it pisses me off.
Right.
Does
Anyways.
it use AI at all?
No, not to my knowledge. I don't believe it does.
All right. Do you
All
believe
input is human.
that AI could perhaps be racist?
I wonder, okay, because
Hold on. I did that in a way like it was my idea. It wasn't.
Yeah.
So Brad sent this over to us, and in parentheses said, "What'd you say?" Like it's
my example is safe and funny.
safe and funny.
Yeah.
And we're gonna trust you on this because we
Yeah.
don't know where you're going.
We want to say before this happens,
We want to blame it on Brad.
this is just Brad.
But I do want to hear. You piqued my curiosity.
Absolutely.
Because can it?
Can it is the thing. I was trying earlier when my phone made the noise. I think this is the video, the short here. It's an AI voiceover, right? And this is just a video of some cats. And it's cats telling a scary story.
Okay.
Is the setup for the video.
Oh, okay.
But listen,
Can you send the video to Nick's email so he can play it?
just right. And then what? We circle back to it?
Yeah.
Or I
mean,
could just do this into the
You
mic.
could. Yeah, that probably sounds way better.
There you go.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's just see.
Scariest stories.
It's not bad.
Gangster walks up to me and said, "What you jacking?"
Huh.
Then I proceeded to menacingly milk his creature for 20 minutes.
What?
What?
That's the end of the video. Anyways,
What the? Hold on. What the hell was that?
and it was cats. It
The
was
AI
cats.
voice did a black man stereotype
The
voice.
AI did a stereotypical.
Yeah.
So here's my question: why did it say it like that? Okay.
It didn't even specify the color of the man's skin. It said
didn't.
gangster,
It
though.
said gangsta.
Oh, yeah. So that's some coded language from AI.
It is.
So yeah, exactly. Now, obviously, to create this video, there was human input. Somebody said, "In this voice, do this."
Right.
But that means within that AI,
Yeah, it was capable.
it had the reference
Right.
to produce
Yeah.
A
this
stereotypical.
stereotypical voice. Now, I'm not going to do it to repeat
Yikes.
it, but
Yeah, that's
if you want
good.
to, go ahead and rewind and listen to that again. It's like, hey,
I would like
yeah,
you to play
please
that
go
again.
right ahead.
please.
Okay.
Whoever wrote
And I
the
want
cue
I would
was
like
like
to see the video. Can you tilt the phone my direction?
Get scared.
That's-
Scariest
can you see that
stories.
at all?
Kidding.
Gangster walks up to me and said, "What you jacking?" Then I proceeded to menacingly milk his creature for 20 minutes.
Okay.
also the milking the creature.
Milking the, what you jacking?
What you jacking?
It's not even like coherent English.
Sure.
Milk his creature?
What I'm bringing up is more about how things were said as
Okay.
opposed to what was said. If we want to go on, we can go into what was said too.
I would like to cover all that because we still have like 30 minutes of show to do.
Right. No, that video raises a lot of questions.
Yes, I didn't know how much time we get out of this, but I am pleasantly surprised in how this is going. Okay. So
Boy, I was just giggling for like the last couple
Dude.
minutes. That was nice.
the whole vocal inflections and everything is, hey, that's racist.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Right.
That's racist. AI. Somebody was programmed racism into there.
Right.
And then it's like, come up with words.
Right.
And it's like, what you jacking?
Hey, dog, what you jacking?
Milk
What
his
you
creature?
jacking? Milk his creature.
Oh,
I can only take milk his creature one way.
Sure.
right, yeah.
Well, and when paired with a
He's
word
a
like
farmer.
jacking,
He has a cow in
Yeah.
the barn, and
So, cow in the barn. It started off like, okay, I feel like this is a robbery of some sort.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
How they were.
Yeah.
My mind went from just only to masturbation when they said Jack, and I didn't even think robbery or actual milk.
It seemed like a carjacking or something is what it sounded like. A gangster comes up to me and is like,
Hey, what you jacking?
yeah.
And I'm like, my dick! Oh my god!
Yeah.
Don't shoot.
But so also, I guess it could just be a sexual situation where you were just jaying off and all of a sudden a gangster comes up to you
Right?
and doesn't know what you would be jacking.
Hey, what is that? He says, but you know,
it's like,
Are you hot wiring that car or your genitals?
what are you jacking? And then you're like, well, I'll show you.
Yeah.
And so then you milk his creature.
Relentlessly.
Yeah.
For what
It's
it
like
say,
this.
20 minutes or something?
ugh. Milked his creature for 20
Why?
minutes.
Why would you call it a creature, though, dude?
I don't know. But
I'm gonna start.
it certainly elicited a reaction from us.
Yeah, look at us.
Bro.
Yeah.
I don't know
God.
how to feel about this.
Would you like me to throw 2 more likes onto that video? Just
Nope.
Yes,
Oh,
please.
okay.
Split decision.
one more like.
Yeah, whoever wrote the cue for that was like in parentheses, use Ebonics. You know what I mean? Or
Right.
something.
Icky.
Right, yeah. And AI was like, yep, gotcha.
I know how to do that.
I know what that means. You know, so, I mean, either way, yucky.
Right.
Oh.
So, you know the whole will AI take over the world?
Oh, yeah.
What if they do, but also they're incredibly racist while they do it? and the Terminator walks up.
He says, what you
Yo,
jacking?
dog, what you jacking?
Milked by creature.
That was really nice.
There you go. You did. You did a good impression without us asking you to do one. I'm very proud of you.
That's really cool.
Thanks, buddy.
You get a hip-hop air horn
Show
for
me
it.
your leadership capability.
I've got.
It's hard to rush.
Yeah,
That was pretty Russian. I
love
don't have a good
Yeah.
Arnold.
I like that as a bit, though.
Do it
Just-
now.
That wasn't bad.
Like crush him.
I've got
he
a
dies,
decent
he
Shayna
dies.
Baszler sometimes too.
Shayna Baszler?
I break it up for Braylon every now and then.
Do it, please.
I can't on
Yes,
on
you can.
command.
You can't just
Under
do that.
Can't do it on command.
Can't do it under pressure.
No.
That's fine.
What the fuck?
Well, I don't have anything to.
I get it.
I don't have. It's like you hear her say something and I repeat it, and he's like, "Oh my god,
Dude.
Yeah. So
We need a reference
don't
point.
worry, I'll break it out at some point.
Okay.
We're
Good. Yeah, we're watching the Rumble next weekend,
Yep.
so hopefully we'll get
Shayna
it. That's
Baszler
what-
is a wrestler.
Excited.
Yeah,
People.
back to wrestling.
Jesus,
and,
all right.
and a rather she's great in the ring, I think, but
Oh,
she's
yeah.
a rather uneventful like character.
She's
and
so
voice.
boring and
That's
lame.
just such a weird thing to be like. I have an impression of. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I'll keep it in my back pocket for you.
Yeah, dude, I'm so jacked for that. Can't wait.
Good.
But you go. Nah, wait.
Yep.
So if AI does take over the world, which everybody's worried about,
I'm not.
stealing all of our jobs and putting us all out of work, the only flaw in that logic is then who pays for everything?
Right.
Who
Well,
buys, like,
I have a theory.
Okay.
I believe we've talked about this on the Terrible podcast with Nick and Brad. I'm Nick.
And I
right, that's Brad.
am Brad.
And today we're going to talk about some shit. We talked about it before, and my theory is that people will be able to purchase their own like work robots, right? And send that one off to the office or send that one off to their landscaping job. And that robot earns money for you and your family while you fucking twiddle your thumbs and finger paint.
Is that what they're calling
with
it
your
these
thumbs.
days?
And you sit there with your thumb up your ass and you
Twiddling your
But that's not
thumb in your
that's
ass?
not a sustainable, like, you need the masses and masses, the millions upon millions of people
the Rocks fans.
working to be able to like keep the wealthy people ultra wealthy.
the wealthy people will have a whole bunch of robots working for them.
Okay,
They
but
already do. Right?
but that income has to come from somewhere.
Yeah, the fucking robots. What?
Okay,
What's happening?
okay, who's paying the wealthy people?
Right. So what he's saying
the
is
robots.
now we're no longer getting paid by the wealthy to do the work, so we don't have expendable income to pay right back to the wealthy.
Exactly.
Right?
Are we starting out with $0? Are we taking all of the money in the world and fucking burning it and then being like, where are we
No,
going to pay
but
for all this stuff?
How are we buying the robots?
With the money that we already have.
I don't
Okay,
have robot
then how?
money.
No, right.
You don't.
Do
Several
you have
people-
robot
Fuck
money?
yeah, I do.
How affordable will these robots be?
Pretty.
Not.
Couple $100, you know, get you
Couple
a work
hundo?
robo.
I mean,
a
if it was
robot fully integrated that can go and just do everything in the
no,
workforce.
there will be special robots for different jobs. There will be doctor robots. There will be sod laying robots. Check it out, dude. How much could this robot cost?
Enough for every individual to buy one
Yeah. And
to
last.
replace them in the workforce.
Couple hundy.
Absolutely, it's not. It can't happen. They
It's-
need people breaking their backs in order to pay them money to stay wealthy.
They need to be able
They
to keep
can't-
us destitute.
You're both shouting.
Is
at
They
me
Fair.
right
can't
now.
put
Listen,
everyone out of work
stop
because of
raising
AI.
Your voices, okay?
Jesus.
You're both very angry.
So, Brad, what were you saying?
I don't remember.
It's over. Yeah, it's over.
Something. Anyway, AI is going to take over. We're all going to die.
Well, we are all going to die. That
My
part's
job's
true.
safe. I'm confident there won't be plumbing robots
Oh,
in my
dude.
lifetime.
No, your job's
So
one
I'm
of the
fine.
first jobs to go.
Agreed.
Are you kidding
Absolutely
me?
not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You can build brand new housing
Uh-huh.
with robots, no problem, because if everything's programmed, everything's programmed. So
Right.
then you're good. Everything
Yeah.
has that routine task. But a robot can't walk into an existing home and just know exactly everything that needs to happen to diagnose and solve an issue.
Did you have
And
to
they
learn?
don't have ass
Hold on,
cracks.
hold on. Did you have to learn how to do that? Wait, that's really funny.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Jesus.
That's right.
Yeah.
You gave me a wait. Hold on.
Well,
Let me do serious real quick.
Right.
Get your joke out of here.
It's really funny
Let me
because, like,
do-
yeah, plumber crack, right?
Yeah.
And the robots won't have a butt crack,
There
so
it
it's
is.
like
It'll never work.
they'll have to install a special butt crack
That'd be
feature.
so funny,
You know what I mean?
dude.
Like, oh, that's clearly a plumb bot because look, he has a butt crack. You had to learn how to do those things, right?
Sure.
Do you not think a robot is able to learn?
I think a robot can learn, but I don't think it can adapt that learning like a human can. In the sense of, I was given, this will sound pretty robotic too, I was given a specific set of guidelines on how to make things happen, but it's not down to the detail of attach this pipe to this pipe and then run this pipe to that pipe and then that pipe to that pipe and then you got to get through this wall and down through that floor and over that many feet, right?
Yeah.
The robot that you would have isn't going to know where to cut that wall and also how to run the plumbing in it and so on and so forth. Now, they could give us a robot to use as a tool to where we could fit it in, but there's a lot of
She said.
there's a lot of brain that's going on there that a robot isn't going to be able to handle, let alone
a lot of brain going on there. That's what she said.
She said that.
But anyway, you're wrong, dude. Robots are smarter than you. They're smarter than me. They're smarter than both of us combined. And everything can be uploaded. Let's
There's
talk
no
about
way to
something else.
measure
Let's
that.
talk about something
then the
else.
robot's
Yeah.
not going to have the tools it also needs to be able to do that on
The
there.
robot will be
Until they
well-equipped
build
with
them-
tools,
until
right?
they build them-
I don't think you understand how AI works. I don't think you understand.
All I know is it's racist
Yeah,
and it needs to be stopped.
What are you jacking?
dude.
What are you jacking? So, all right, let's shift altogether. So here recently, locally, but also across the country, we have had some horribly cold
Yeah.
temperatures.
Yeah.
Snowfall, heavy
Yeah.
amounts. And so we had, I think, in the last week, a school cancellation because the wind chill was like negative 22.
Yep.
Heard.
Negative 22.
Yeah.
Insanely cold.
That's very cold.
Dangerously cold.
It's very cold to an Illinois person. That's
So naturally, when you get online, when you get on social media, there's always a few people who are like, canceled school because it's cold out.
Right. Yeah.
back in my day.
And back in my day, bro, they never did that when we were kids.
Right.
Yeah.
And then people in somebody in the comments, it's because we're raising a bunch of sissies
There it is.
these days.
I think we should get an oof on that one. when
Yeah,
you said
no, I
somebody in the
stumbled. I stumbled.
I'm trying to be a little bit nicer, but
No need.
you're right.
No,
Yeah,
why?
I have a job to
No,
do.
Why are you changing the formula without consulting the rest of us?
We don't do nice, dude. If we mess up, we get it. Nobody's immune from that.
Yeah.
So
I know words. I have the best words.
I have felt red shame on this show.
that's what makes it magical. dude.
Red shame. is
It
cool.
needs to happen. But I'm reading this literally when it's negative 22 wind chill.
Right.
Right.
And I'm saying, for one, yeah, they did. I had snow days
I
as
remember.
a child.
Yeah.
Where school got canceled.
Just
I was
because it was
excited.
cold.
I remember, now I went to Springfield schools. I remember specifically, though, as far as with just like a cold and wind chill, like not a bunch of snow. If the roads aren't necessarily dangerous, it's just fucking cold.
So cold.
In Springfield in District 186, it had to be when I was a kid. It had to be negative 20 wind chill or above. Then that's automatic. Yeah, we
Right.
can't go to school.
Yeah.
My attitude towards that is also just because I had suffered doesn't mean you have to or the
Right.
younger generation
Yeah.
should. So it's like, hey, maybe if it's so fucking cold out that your shit hurts,
Right.
because kids
It
stand
hurts
at
to
bus
shit.
stops.
Yeah.
If kids have to go to a bus stop, or Fred walks to school a lot of days. Now, obviously, on a day like this, we would just drive.
Right.
But
that's the whole reason
Yeah.
that they cancel it is because
Right.
of those kids that have to wait at a bus stop.
yeah,
It's physically dangerous.
Right.
You
Yeah.
can, have
Yeah.
serious medical,
Fucking
problems.
kids are so soft these days, dude.
The first time school was ever canceled back in the day because of the cold, there was some dude that was like, dude, 3 of my friends died at fucking bus stops in the wintertime.
Yeah.
It's just what happens.
Right, yeah. It's part of life, dude.
Anyways, now we're overpopulated.
That's how the
so
strong survive.
We could thin out a little.
we could cull the herd. I don't think we should start with kids at bus stops.
No,
though, so.
yeah. Canceling school because it's cold. Fucking Biden's America.
Yeah,
dude.
there it is.
In
Yep.
fact, it's hard to pinpoint anywhere we should start because it's a cruel idea.
Well, you said one thing that makes a lot of sense, which is, hey, because it was bad for me,
Right.
doesn't mean it needs to continue being bad for everyone
Right.
else. Because I
Yeah.
had to go through it, doesn't mean everyone else needs
That
to.
is such
fact,
a weird mindset.
It's
dude.
crazy.
You should
dude.
suffer too.
If they don't
We should
have to
never
suffer,
improve.
Like
Exactly.
old football players are like, play with a concussion, dude.
Yeah.
right now,
Sissy.
exactly. So it's like now, since these kids don't have to suffer like we did, doesn't that mean we are better as a society? And then what's your fucking beef with that, man? Like,
I have crippling student loan debt.
Yeah.
Everyone
Yeah.
should.
Yeah.
I had to pull myself up by my bootstraps because of my own decisions and do
Right.
this and that and the other thing, and I
Yeah.
had to trudge through the mud without resource or help of any form to get where I'm at today. And everybody else should have as hard a life as possible. Is
I
that-
worked my ass off at a gas station for 3 years in the 70s so that I could purchase a house for $50,000.
Right.
And you should have to do that too.
Right.
Pussy.
I had lifelong debt that limited my spending power, effectively weakening our national economy, so everyone should.
Right.
It doesn't make any sense, dude. I hate tough guy shit.
It's so
much.
annoying,
I
dude.
hate tough guy shit.
It's the worst.
Fucking tough guys.
And there's no logic to
No.
it.
No.
It's like,
The logic is, you know what? Fuck you. That's
Right.
the logic. That's
Right.
the entire
Yeah.
line of thinking.
especially now.
Fuck your feelings. We got tougher. And
When-
it's like,
yeah.
that's
No.
not everything, but
When it comes to school specifically, now that we have an e-learning option,
right. That's what Fred did on Monday.
it's-
E-learned.
Yeah. Hey, nobody has to be out in the dangerous,
Right.
frigid temperatures.
Literally, legitimately dangerous.
Yeah.
Like bad
and
for
we're
you.
not adding days to the end of the
Not
year.
adding days to the end of the year. And but you know what? You kids are pussies.
Yeah.
And here's the other thing is they get mad at the kids.
Right. Like they have any
Yeah.
say in
Like they
anything
made the
whatsoever.
decision?
Yeah.
You kids today are lazy.
Yeah.
You kids today are soft.
Yeah.
You kids and it's like asshole.
They didn't vote on that. It's
Right.
not the kids got together and had
Yeah.
a vote and they're like, yeah, no, none of us are going today. That's not.
These are either your own kids that you're talking about that you raised, or they are the children
Of your
the
children
kids
that you raised.
Right.
Yeah, that is a whole other like
Yeah.
when people from our parents' generation are mad at people in our generation, it's like, hey motherfucker, you raised us.
Yeah.
This was all you.
I'm your fault.
I learned from you.
I learned it from watching you.
Yeah.
You all right? Drugs.
Drugs. Yeah, I don't get it, man.
I mean, I don't get me wrong. I like telling my kids a lot of back in my day stories.
Yeah.
But it's
About-
for fun.
Yeah, about
Yeah.
how things were different. But I'm never like, oh, this is why you guys suck.
Right.
100%.
Yeah,
Dude, they're
you kn-
growing up in a different world.
Oh,
that we
absolutely.
grew up in, 100%. And even more so than the difference between us and our parents' worlds.
Yeah.
Because the way technology grows and evolves is exponential. You get this amount of technology this year, which allows you to get that much more the next year because everything's moving faster and faster and faster. So, dude, our kids' world is so much different. Because even I, the youngest one in this room, was able to grow. The first like 10, 11 years of my life were pre-internet.
Yeah.
So I experienced the good old days.
You did,
call
yeah.
it.
Just a little
Not
bit
that
of it.
today is
A
the
touch
bad
of it.
nowadays.
Right.
I love the internet. I think it can be used for glorious things.
Oh, it's great.
There's free porn everywhere.
Yeah.
But
Just
the world
milking creatures.
just milking so many creatures, dude. I got so many creatures. I have the
I
best
know
creatures.
words. I had the best words.
The best creatures. But no, it's the world's so vastly different. You know what I mean? They're
Yeah.
growing up not only as their own individual self, which is 100% different from you, regardless, but the world itself, the environment they grew up in. So, like, the lessons we learned as kids may not apply in the same, if at all, ways that they would apply in their lives. I don't know how I'm trying to say
that
it,
did
but
weird
it
stuff.
got right at the very end.
Talking.
But my point's there. My point's there.
Yeah.
I'll give him one. I don't think he really fucked anything
We grew
up.
up in a different world than our kids, so
Yeah.
we're just trying to adapt our own minds to their world to try and parent them, right?
Yeah.
So it's
It's tough.
And you know what? Like, my kids now are, because they've grown up, they've had devices their whole lives.
Yep.
right.
You know, they're 21, 18, 16.
Mm-hmm.
So when they were really little, it was like the beginning of
Mm-hmm.
the tablets and the iPods. They all had iPods and
Right.
iPad. And now, though, they are like, they know that they need breaks from screen time.
Right.
Yeah.
And they know it's good for their mental health to, like, yeah, I need to not for a little bit. I need to unplug for a little bit. Braylon deleted TikTok long before it was banned. He
Oh,
was
wow.
like,
Yeah. Spend way too much
Spend
goddamn
way
time
too
on
much
it.
time on this. Got rid of it. Good, smart.
Attaboy.
Right.
Yeah.
And so they, like, I know everybody is freaking out about where we're going with this, and everybody's going to be so glued to their devices for so long. But there comes a point, I think, in people's lives where they go, yeah, okay, I need a break. I need, you know, and so I think as a society, we're going to, believe it or not, spend less time glued in front of that. It's just that it's new.
Yeah.
It's like,
Right.
And fun
grand
and
scheme of
exciting.
things.
Yeah, we
it's
just got
really
this.
new.
Yeah.
It's the day after Christmas for us in technology.
Exactly.
You know, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. In the great timeline of things, us having all of the information, the whole world in our pocket,
Right.
is really new.
Right. That's something I wanted to say a moment ago, but I didn't want to steamroll you in any fashion, buddy. Was pretty much what you just said, which is we have all the information in the world at our fingertips. We are not designed. I use that term lightly.
Get
Get
it,
me,
Jesus.
get me.
God,
We aren't evolved as
one of the
beings.
stupidest ones.
Stupid talk.
We aren't evolved
Easily one of
as
the dumbest.
beings biologically for that, dude. Like our consciousness, our mental health is not in any way geared around. You have the ability to know everything in the world, and you have access to practically everywhere in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're built with a local brain. I'm supposed to know myself and the people around me, and that's how this stuff is rigged up in our heads. So having access to everything can fuck with our synapses.
So looking through my list, because I think it's time to transition a little bit, and I think this is a good. I don't know what you doing fart sounds. And,
I just started farting on him as
I say things like
went on too long.
synapses and then laugh
Synapses.
my ass off
Yeah.
because of his fart sounds. So that's
so
Why is it spicy?
why.
and I'm sorry. Sometimes I miss out on this stuff because I'm trying to like
Sure.
drive the show to the
Yeah.
next logical thing,
Yeah.
and I look up and everybody's cracking up, and I'm going, wait, what happened?
It's hey, dude. Probably 10 times out
What'd
of
I
10
miss?
when that happens, it's because I'm hitting
You're
fart
hitting
sounds.
fart
Yeah.
sounds.
We
Yeah.
love farts, dude.
Yeah,
For
okay.
instance,
Clean up on aisle me
Hey.
after that one, you know. Anyways,
So-
my butt cracks the aisle in that joke.
I like to do. Okay, I'll let that sit for a minute.
We can move on.
We're 12, dude.
Yeah.
We're 12-year-old boys. Continue.
Okay. I like to do scary math. And
Yeah,
It's one thing. Yeah, you do.
I saw that text and I was like, I wonder what that means. So I'm very excited for this.
Yeah.
Is all I was.
The other day, my wife Amanda said, "If there's one thing I hate about you,
Okay, so we have one.
it's that you do this."
Okay.
And here's the example. We were talking to my son Braylon. I brought him up a lot. I love him. He's my son. We spend a lot of time together. We're
Shout-outs.
good buddies.
Is there a butt coming?
No.
Okay, good.
So
Jesus Christ. I was like, what the fuck?
No. I told Braylon the other day, we're watching American Primeval on Netflix.
Yeah, still haven't seen it.
Crazy.
I want to.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But I told him, I said, so the day I was born, good, that's good.
You're okay.
The day I was born, which was October 28th, 1980, is closer to 1937 than it is to now.
Right.
And he could not wrap his head around
Yeah, it's
that.
fucking wild, right?
Right. He was,
Yeah.
no. He's like, you're only 44. And I said, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But 1937 is only 43 years away from the day I was born.
That's fucking nuts.
scary
dude.
math, right? Like we
yeah.
look at pictures of our parents and our grandparents and stuff. I like to be like,
Oh, dude.
I like to
Yeah.
be like, oh, honey, look, here's my grandparents. They were 2 years younger
Right.
than me in this picture when
Yeah.
they were holding me. And she's like, oh my God, why do you do
It's
this?
it's crazy to think about. I did one literally yesterday. I was talking to Brethany.
Shout-outs.
Shout outs. Jack, my oldest son, just turned 14 a few days ago. And I told her, I was sitting there thinking about it. I was like, I remember the start of the first Trump administration like it was yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
I remember the end of it like it was yesterday. I remember the start of Biden's.
Yeah.
And I remember the end of, well, obviously the end of Biden's like,
Yeah.
it was a couple weeks ago. And
like,
and I was like, those are 4-year chunks of time that go by like fucking that. And I'm like, at the end of this one, Jack's going to be 18.
yeah.
So, I'm going to step in front of a train.
Right. Dude, I was thinking
Because it's over. You
Right.
understand?
I was thinking the same thing, dude, and it was so funny. I should have texted to the group, but I was sitting here thinking about midlife crises, either last night,
you
the
know
day
what?
before,
I'll give you one.
Yeah,
I'll give you one.
that
Thank
makes
you.
sense.
Yeah, you should
Whatever.
know that.
Yeah, I
You should
just
know
heard
that.
it. I
That
heard
was
it.
dumb.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, when did my parents get divorced? And how close am I to my dad's age when he got divorced from my mom?
Scary math.
And for a split second, I was like, dude, I'm like 3 years short of that.
That's
right?
crazy.
And then I was
We
like,
were
wait.
already friends when that happened,
Yeah,
dude.
and then I was like, wait, no, Dad was a whole 10 years older than that.
Oh,
So
okey
I've
doke,
still
never
got
mind.
like 13 years till I'm my dad's age when he got divorced. But even then, that was a scary thought. Was boy, I'm getting old and I have not done much.
You've done plenty, buddy.
I've got one. The movie Dazed and Confused.
Oh, yeah.
So that came out in
That's a great one.
93 and it was set in like
76.
okay, 76. So if they made that right
17
now,
years.
Right. If they made that right now, it would be fucking what, like 2002,
2000.
2003? I'm not really
like
bad at
2007.
Ah, God.
That's the year I fucking graduated.
that would be them making a movie about
Dude,
the year
that
you
would be
graduated.
about
That would be your class.
So it would be
Yeah.
just us skipping. I mean, like we pretty
be
much
us.
did Dazed and Confused. There just wasn't a moon tower to party at. It was a
You
cow
said-
pasture that we called Onion Cove.
You
So-
said it would just be us skipping school, and I don't know why that made me chuckle so hard. Yeah, yeah, that's fucking wild though.
Yeah.
like to make an old timey movie, it would be the mid 2000s, the late 2000s.
Well, and
Ah!
I've told my kids because we've watched Dazed and Confused that though it didn't like look visually like when I was in school,
Right.
their experience is a lot more like my experience than what your experience
Right.
is now. Like
Yeah.
I graduated in 98 and we all had flannels and
well, even then, mine too.
co-ed naked shirts,
No fear shirts.
no fear shirts,
Big
and
Johnson
Massimo. Yeah.
Somebody's
Stussy.
in a Kangol hat.
Yeah, all that
Yeah.
stuff. But the experience itself,
Right.
I mean, technology wise, we had pagers,
Sure. Yeah.
Right.
but it was still very much payphones
Yeah.
and just word of mouth parties and
Like
stuff.
when
Party
I
at the Moon
graduated, it was party at the Moon Tower, dude. It was. I think mine too was also a lot more similar to that Dazed and Confused style experience, that old timey stuff, as opposed to nowadays. Because like we had cell phones too, but it was still we were carrying around bricks, right? Like
Yeah.
not giant ass 80s bricks, but I had one of the indestructible Nokias.
Right.
So it's not like smartphones where you have something to do here. We were able to get a hold of people and be like, hey, where are we parking?
We weren't.
It's true. You just had to fly by
You had to be like,
had to fly by the seat of your pantsless ass.
you would see each other at school and be like, 7, I think. We'll be there at 7. And then you just fucking did.
Here's
It was cool.
something Here's something I'll never understand is how we found our way anywhere.
Oh, yeah. Well, atlases and maps.
Well, okay,
Right.
not that, but yes, maps like for trips and stuff. But we had parties in the middle of cornfields when I was in high school, and it wasn't like right off the road.
Right.
So
It was like-
somehow, like 150 people had to know their way through a corn maze in the middle of the night,
Right.
with no phones or any sort of GPS.
Yeah.
But we did somehow, and we were all there, and I don't understand how that worked. I did like
Knowing your local geography.
I feel like there are probably still people wandering around out there looking.
Oh, probably.
With their no fear shirts on. Just, oh
like,
my God.
bro, my Discman's dead.
With their hair curtains.
But yeah,
They all look like Chris Hardwick, circa 97.
Chris
dude, I think,
dead live.
I think the
You know,
answer
you know.
the answer is life finds a way. You know what I mean? This is fucking. We got lost out in some cornfields running from some gops. But because we were out exploring an abandoned home, and it was super cool. And then some cops roll up and we're like, "Oh, we've been drinking and we're underage." So then we bolt off into the cornfield and lay there for 45 minutes. And the cops shine their lights around. They're like, "Whose cars are they?"
The crimes that you are willing to admit to on this show.
We are past the
special.
statute of limitations.
I think you might want to look into that before you go flapping your gums any further.
You have a seat right over here for me.
Effing your G's.
I'll F my
those
G's
Gs.
however much I want. But the point is, we're like 2, maybe 3 miles away from our party location doing all this. And so we wait in the field, and then it's like, all right, well, we can quick escape now. How do we need to do this without going back to the cars? Because that's where the cops are.
Mm-hmm.
And the answer was, well, I guess we just kind of head southeast. And we will eventually know where we're at and take it from there. And that's what it was. About 8 of us. That's what 8 of us did, and we made it.
Okay.
That's a stark
amazing.
difference between 150 people in the middle of a field and all that. But
There's some
It's like-
low-ammy police officer out there that was his fucking rookie year, and he's still pissed about it. He's like, I still want to catch those
I'm gonna
kids.
get those fuckers.
Yeah, it's like his life goal,
Yeah.
and he's likely a listener. So
Yeah.
you're
Well,
fucked.
great. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Bradley Bow.
There's no statute of limitations on that.
On underage drinking, dude. Yeah.
None.
You are fucked.
Yeah.
We did not get to yet the traffic report of the week.
Oh, it's whatever. It's a good. It's a fine
let's
one.
do it.
We have time. Okay.
Please do.
Okay. Rig me up. What was it? Was So here's our traffic. Let's do a little tune. All right. You want to hit me with a beat just out of yourself?
Oh.
It's your traffic report. My name is Brad, and I'm here to give you traffic reports today. My name is Brad. Done.
Boom, 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 boom. I was gonna do a whole dude. That was gonna be badass.
I was thinking about our musical intros, and I'm like, we should just put 2 bars, and then it's done.
Yeah, I already have one going for the grocery segment.
Sweet.
That is pretty much that song that I just did. So sorry.
All right. No, that's fine. That's fine.
So you guys like that idea, though, right? Like we need to
100%.
have
Yeah.
actual.
No,
I
dude,
mean, I
yeah.
like the
You're like-
sing and but that's fun.
Also, yeah, you're like, would you guys want to make music? And we're like, yeah,
But, like,
obviously, that's like
yeah.
our favorite thing to do. So yeah,
I
we
know
love
that.
the idea.
And from a production standpoint, it sounds cooler if we're
it
like,
does.
all right, time for the traffic
Although,
report.
and
then
this
the
is,
traffic report.
and I'm sorry to
No, you're fine.
continue to steamroll what
and
you
then
were about to say.
It's just
We would need to load them onto your board.
we can just get rid of one of your 13 fart sounds.
I can't fucking load my shit onto my soundboard, dude. I gotta go
Why?
to a whole different program to play my song.
That's ridiculous.
Brad, give us
when
the
you could just
traffic
hit a button, you know?
Yeah, oh, look.
I've got 4 buttons.
Right.
Fucking hit one of them.
Wait, you guys haven't heard? It's the very
Brad's
real fantasy
traffic
football
Maybe that's what we should do is just play that one,
Always that
and whoever's doing the thing just yells over it what it actually is. I like that idea so much more.
Somebody took a shit at the grocery store. Okay, right.
All right.
All right, traffic.
So, ladies and gentlemen, when you are driving and you go to use a turn lane, turn all the way into the turn lane before you come to a stop.
Oh,
don't leave your ass out in anybody else's lane.
Put your
That's
ass away for sure.
literally why there's a turn
Yeah.
lane. Pull into it and straighten yourself out so you're there. Don't be like, oh, now's my time to turn,
Yeah.
and now my ass is still in my fucking lane, and
Yeah.
I'm trying to drive a big work van, and say we're on a street like MacArthur or Wabash by the fucking Steak and Shake, where there's not necessarily a
specific,
shit ton of room.
Super specific.
The locals will understand.
Right.
They will.
Yeah,
Anyways,
yeah.
tight lanes. It's
Yeah.
not like I can go ahead and while we're all cruising 35 down this road, I can swerve
Mm-hmm.
a little bit into the right lane. Nope, there's a car there.
If you are in the turn lane
And they aren't expecting that.
and I have to do anything to maneuver around you,
Yeah.
and I'm not trying to turn at
Yeah.
all, you have ruined the day.
Right. I'm
Yeah.
going to go as far as to say if you do that, you are a fucked up piece of shit, dude.
Isn't it a lot of times like people that are just driving, they're like, oh shit, I'm supposed to turn here.
Yeah.
And then
And
they go
fine.
to like get into and
Yeah.
but they can't all the way. And they're like, this is me now.
Yeah.
I'm
Sometimes
here.
that happens, and I get
I'm just
that.
here now.
The one that set me off wasn't one of those where it's
Okay.
like, I guess you made a little mistake. That's oops and oopsie,
Right.
and I get that you don't have a choice now.
Right.
Fine. Minor inconvenience, not going to ruin
I
my
understand you're
life.
not normally like this.
The one that set me off that made me send this text to the group text was just some fucking dick fuck, dude. some shitty fuck nut guy. And it's like not something. Yeah, I hope he's damned to hell. So
Wow.
there.
dude.
I don't know who or what he was. It could have been an owl driving that fucking
Yeah.
vehicle. But whatever they are, I hope they're damned to hell.
Wow. Wow. Hot.
I would also like to give a kind shout out to the lady that used her brights to communicate to me. You can come on ahead. That's a good move.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Just a nice beep beep. And I'm like, oh, that means she's going to let me
means
go.
go right ahead.
And then our driving transaction occurred and everybody was happy. And then I noticed that she also beeped the person behind me to also go ahead.
Wow, she
and I'm
was
like, wow, I wonder
Just
Really charitable.
feeling
that day.
generous
she's
that day.
scared of this.
Oh, God.
She does not want to navigate this became my
She doesn't want to commit.
assumption. But yeah, that's what it was. It was just for your guys' heads. It was the viaduct there on Cockrell. It's a single lane
Yeah,
viaduct.
yeah.
Cockrell, you
Yeah.
gotta
Yeah, one
Take
person
turns.
at a time.
It's like a
Everybody
little
just
dance.
zippers. Yeah, and it's always really fun. And I've never had like an issue there. I've never been like,
It's
this
always
is
really fun.
It is.
fun.
It's
I
a good time.
dude.
Waiting.
I
Like
enjoy
turns.
that because I don't know. Every time I go through it, and it's an example of society cooperating with itself
Yeah.
in just a good way.
That's nice.
Nobody's ever like, no. Maybe I've had it once
I've
where
had a
somebody
few times.
zoomed
Yeah,
through there,
I've
and I'm
had a few
like,
times.
Right.
I go, this is the kindness viaduct,
Yep.
you son of a bitch.
Yep.
So I wag my finger, I give him thumbs down.
Thumbs down. Yeah. This is
Eric
where people
Pedigo
go to be nice to
points
each
at his
other.
head. Yeah.
Those are the kind of people where, as they come through, I go right at them like we're gonna have a head
Yeah,
on.
you start
and
lashing
then mash
out.
the
Yeah.
brakes.
That's what it is.
Just
Eric
then tap
Pedigo.
on the head.
Just an unhinged maniac. I fucked it up. I
Yep,
fucked it
that
up.
was you. So dumb. Just
Just dumb talker, stupid dumb.
Yeah.
you think about that one later.
And I'm just wanted to end my traffic report on a high note.
I
on
want
a
to
happy
talk
note.
about turn lanes a little bit. Are
Oh,
you guys familiar
This is
with?
a traffic show. This is what we do.
Are you guys familiar with the Walmart on 6th Street? That area back in there.
Oh yeah, because
Fucking
there's a
nightmare,
couple.
dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why is it so dumb?
As you're leaving the Walmart, you have to come out and then you go up and you got to go left to get back out onto like the 6th Street.
Right.
Are you aware?
Yeah.
It's a double turn lane. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to try to explain this without it sounding, but it's a double turn lane to get back out to 6th Street.
Right.
And the way it's set up, because once you get out there, you can either go right on 6th Street or left on 6th Street.
Mm-hmm.
The signs very clearly say, hey, if you're going to go right on 6th Street, you need to be in the right turn lane. So many people are in the left turn lane, and then as they're turning over, try to cross over all these lanes.
Yeah.
I know this full well that this is what people like to do.
There's not a long way there to do that.
There's not, but so many people do it. So what I do is I get in the right turn lane,
Dude. Are you
knowing
fucking serious?
full well that the people in the left turn lane are going to want to come over. And I'm going left on 6th Street because I go home. So I could easily just get in the left turn lane and just stay in that one and be fine. But it's more fun for me to get into the right turn lane.
Yeah, to lash out. I think it's really cool.
And maintain my lane. And when they start to come over,
teaching them a fucking lesson.
Teach them.
This is.
I don't hate this, Eric.
I teach them.
I do.
That's how that works. You don't get to
I don't
cross
like-
over 4 lanes of traffic
Dude.
because you didn't read the instructions.
Yeah.
Read the instructions. Now, learn via horn. And if you come over and hit me, buy me a Camry, asshole. Learn how to drive.
I don't like your fast lane, slow lane tactics on 2-lane highways, but I really
you
do
invented
like.
that?
I like your. It doesn't matter. It's fucking efficiency, bro, and it works.
That's
But
I'm
anyways,
talking road rules. You're talking Brad rules.
I don't give
I'm
a
talking
shit.
real
I'm trying
world,
to admire
boys.
what you do right now. I
Okay,
love
all
your
right.
vigilanteism with this right here
I'm
because you know
traffic Batman.
what? I can see. Yeah. Yeah, you're like, you're driving and you're like, I'm not wearing hockey pants. And
You are preemptively assuming that everyone's going to do that dumb thing.
So many do.
I know that, but you don't know for sure that they are going to. And you are just assuming they're going to do the bad, stupid, dumb thing that pisses you off.
Yeah.
You are punishing people before they commit the crime.
no, it's after they're committing the crime
It
that he
is
honks and
after.
says
I
stuff.
don't
if
honk
they're not
if they
committing the
don't
crime,
come over.
You
then
said-
he's just a dude in the right lane, and we're all
You
going.
said you
left.
start off in the right lane,
Yeah.
and your plan is to get all the way over to the left.
No. No.
He stays in the right
stay in
lane
the right
and
lane.
maintains his position, so they can't cross all the way over. Like
Yeah,
they-
I
thought
don't
you
need
said-
to be
I
because
thought-
it's a double turn lane
Yeah.
and it turns into a double lane.
You get in the right lane of,
Of
the,
the
left
double turn.
right.
lane.
He's
Okay.
not in
Yeah.
the right
All right.
turn lane.
Yeah.
All right, that's okay.
I'm not doing anything wrong.
I thought you were.
He's in the right side left.
I don't think
turn
you are
lane.
anymore.
I'm not doing anything wrong.
No.
I'm in
You
a
are
lane.
in the correct lane.
I'm in the
as
correct
well.
lane as well.
He's
Because
not,
that's where you gotta go.
But I could make the choice to just get in the far left lane and
Yeah.
still go the same way.
Make
Sure.
it easier
but
on
I
yourself.
choose
Yeah.
to get into the right left turn lane
Yes.
so that I can block J-offs
And correct them via horn.
via
Yeah.
horn.
Correcting people via horn is
What do
bad.
you yell? What do you yell out the window when you honk your horn at these people?
My windows are up.
And then do you throw your arm up too?
No, I hum and then I point to my brain when they look
Sure.
at me. Hey,
I don't want you to die.
That's some people are armed, but you know
Don't
whatever.
shrug that
That's
off,
stupid.
dude. Look at you. You're like fucking.
I think it's really cool what you do.
right.
I think what's really
am I supposed to just let him hit me? Just come over and hit me? I got a honk.
You're right. Or not punish anybody whatsoever. All of which are
All
bad
I'm doing
ideas.
is driving according to the rules of the road.
Eric, I
if
think-
somebody's veering into my lane to hit me, it's my responsibility to honk to alert them. Hey, don't hit me.
I
Are they
think
going to shoot me because they
And
would
then it's-
rather have a collision?
And then it's your responsibility to point
Hey.
at your brain like I'm
Yeah.
smart
Just-
and you're dumb.
Yeah.
I've got all
Also-
the brains, Jerry Lawler.
also be smart.
I'm from Hollywood. You're from.
I believe
Brad,
you
you
are.
were saying?
I believe you are making society better with your actions in that scenario.
Just doing my part.
You know, yeah, yeah. That's
You're a goddamn hero, dude.
you are. I'm Batman. And they say that
Do it.
a hero
Such an underrated
can
song.
save us. I'm not gonna stand here and wait. Nick, harmonize with
Here,
me.
I got your music. Now sing it.
Okay.
I got to do the lower part because I don't know the high part harmony.
And they say
You're doing
that,
the low part. Yeah, fuck this. Fuck this whole thing, dude.
Well, if you're doing the low part, then you need to start it.
LA. It's loud. That's a great song right there.
I love this song.
It fucking slaps. So does a bunch of other realtors, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way,
Vigilante
other
driver.
realtors that have been on my brother's show that have said nice things about that intro, thank you. It feels really nice. That's
Yeah.
it. That wasn't a joke.
They really enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good
Yeah.
thing.
They really do.
I'm not singing the song, dude. I'm not.
No,
I'm
that's
not
fine. I
gonna-
don't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't.
I was about to make up my own about Eric Pettigo's vigilanteism to that jam. But
We can do it again.
Yeah,
no,
do it
it's
again.
fine.
Do
We
it
don't
right
gotta
now.
do it.
I want to hear it.
Me too.
All right.
If you can't tell me you're going to make up a song about my vigilanteism
Yeah.
and then be like, nah.
That would be like saying I have a great Shayna Baszler impression.
All right,
and
well,
then
shut the
I'm
fuck
fucking
up so I
doing
can do it. That's really funny.
We're going to make you pay in the ring.
Turn the music up so I can do it.
I told you.
Is it coming, dude? Like,
No, we talked over the whole thing, guys.
The song's over, guys.
The song's over. We talked over the whole thing, so it's not like
It kept playing. Every time I look up at you, you're going.
because it's like, all right, so we'll wait till the drop hits and I'll go, and then Eric's still talking.
I did a Shane. I told you it would be unexpected.
And that's fine.
I hit you with my Shayna Baszler. Let's hear this song, Brad.
Take 3. God damn, this better deliver, dude.
Here it comes, guys. Shut the fuck up. Okay. Dark Knight Driver, Eric Pedigo. Gonna run your dumb ass off the road as a punishment, cause he's a vigilante. Don't drive shitty around him here. We'll kill you and your whole family just out of petty rage. Don't drive in such a way
Hold on.
to put your shit in Eric's face. He's a Dark Knight Driver. I think it was very accurate.
That's great, buddy.
Anyways, I've been Bradley Bodine.
I don't like the way you portrayed me as someone who would murder an entire family.
I don't remember
you
saying
would.
that.
Yep, you
I don't remember that being a thing, but I've been Bradley
You did.
Bodine. This has been Derailed.
I'm terrified of my brother's actions.
I don't run people off the road.
And I enjoyed it, fellas.
I think there is a darkness being harbored deep inside of Eric Pedigo. I've been Bradley Bodine. This has been Derailed.
I adhere to the rules of the road.
He didn't break any laws.
It's my show.